Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis featuring BNB. So where we left off yesterday was waiting on the closure to see whether a lower low would be formed, and now that closure has occurred, we can see that it is a clear lower low. So this would confirm a downtrend on the daily time frame in this area, as well as a continuation from the very top of the descent. Now if we pull out our fib channel, we still have a target of the daily S1, which is in confluence with the daily level, or well, at least the daily wick, and the 0.25 fib level. So this is still a key level. I want to see whether there's a reaction for a bounce or not. And again, from yesterday, we were deciding whether there would be a potential cross, which there was, but given the daily closure, it has not, and therefore it is continuing downwards towards and entering the oversold level. This will indicate strength for the bears, either to bring it down, but also suggests a potential weakness in the bears, depending on how the price action reacts to the daily S1 right here. Okay, there's not much changing about the EMAs. But when we go into the 4-hour time frame, we see that our downtrend was also confirmed right here too. A high, a low, lower high, lower low. This could be setting in a lower high before a continuation down to our level, which we have been watching for. So maybe around here. Just to make it clear, we shall pinpoint it right here with a box as the level that we are aiming for. Alrighty. So I'm going to check whether there's any 4-hour EMAs that line up, but I guess not. It's all bearish. Still expanding. Expansion and that divergence between the EMAs suggests a likelihood of continuation downwards and actually bearish strength. The stochastics confirms this with the rejection of the neutral territory and an immediate descent again. We could see that there's room for it to go down to the oversold and even bring the prices further. So in general, there's a bearish stance towards the price action. We also see, I believe, a hidden bearish divergence with the rising RSIs and a declining in price action. So this may suggest a further decline. Even then, the 4-hour time frame, you can play a short from here all the way down to the target that we've been looking for. That would be the 4-hour. It's in confluence with the daily and the 4-hour. But if you go down to the smaller time frames, there's something else that is different. Well, first we could conclude that the EMAs and the momentum is both confirming downside momentum, with the EMAs potentially expanding, as we can see the 21 continuing down again. But we also do see a potential continuation pattern, or even a pennant, or pennant, where there's a declining leg here and then the consolidation before a continuation down, which would be this play right here. But what you can do, because of this little pattern inside the 1-hour time frame, is potentially play those shorts at the top for better entry position as opposed to entering right now. But the risk with that is that it may not continue up, as it already hit it with the cross. So given that it crossed just recently, there's a lot more room for it to go down, so likelier to come back down. And if it does cross up, then you got a cross up play. But given that it's crossed down already, it's not very likely to see it come back up for another push down. Yeah, because it seems like it would be setting in the lower high here already. So in this case, the EMA support the bearishness. You get the momentum also, and the rejection from the top of this pennant, continuing the play down. So if we do the pennant target, we would go from the impulse high to low and go from the bottom, I think. Not too sure. Or unless we treat it as a triangle and actually the target is something like this. But as you can see, based on this pattern, if that is the correct targeting method, then it would hit exactly where the target that we've been looking for. So given that it's already bounced away, what I would actually do is not this play. I would actually do a 4-hour entry. Yeah, because everything lines up and it's alright. It would be with the stop loss above there, also above the 21, which is great, and a target down here. But yeah, most of the market's towards the downside. But if that doesn't happen, what can we see? Right. So there's also one thing that it can also happen, is where we actually see a support occur here. There had been a swing fail pattern, but we are still consequently in a downtrend, which could continue it downwards. This could be just a consolidation above this 4-hour level before continuing down. Seems to be likely, especially when we've had numerous pierces of this level, thereby suggesting that it is starting to weaken. But if we do find support above here, and the stochastics and momentum begin to turn up, then we could see potentially a reversal up to the next 4-hour level. Should be in confluence, yep, close to the 55 EMA, right here, and then to the top of this channel area. But that's what concludes for the BNB today.